Welcome to the Membership Guys podcast. Kick-ass advice and tips for membership site owners.
Hello there, welcome to episode 184 of the Membership Guys podcast. I'm your host, Mike Morrison. This is the show where we dispense proven practical tips and advice on growing a successful membership website. And a key part of growing a successful membership is generating sales. Perhaps one of the most important assets that you have in your sales toolkit is your sales page. So that's what we're talking about in this episode. We're going to talk through some of the key things you need on your sales page in order to ensure that it is highly effective and that it generates new members. And to do that, I'm actually pulling from one of the lessons in a course we have inside MemberSite Academy on acquiring new members, where we run through some of the key elements every single sales page should have. So when it comes to your actual sales page, what should be on it? Now, presuming your website's already up and running, you'll already have your sales page in place. So just as a checklist, essentially, of some of the key elements you might want on your sales page to make sure it's as highly effective as possible. You're going to want to make sure that you are highlighting and identifying whatever pain or whatever problem or whatever issue your target audience are suffering from. So this might be as simple as just highlighting what problem your product will solve. Or, if you're dealing with something which taps into mental issues or lifestyle issues, then, you could be dealing with genuine pain, genuine emotional or mental elements that your audience are going to resonate with. So you want to find what is the pain, what is the problem, what's the situation your ideal member is in that you're going to help them to solve. And you kind of need to provoke that a little bit. And that's not to say you prod the bear too hard or, you manipulate or exploit the position your potential member is in, but you certainly want to make sure that you're clearly pointing out that you understand the position that they're in, you understand their situation, you understand their problem, the pain that they're in, the issues that they're dealing with, because that's all going to lead into you explaining how your membership site provides the solution. Now, the way in which you do this, the tone that you use and the language, that's where you're going to get the balance between being straight talking, being genuine and authentic, and being sleazy, over the top internet marketing style rubbish. So the actual language and the balance is down for you or for a copywriter, for example, if you hire them to do that. But highlighting the problem and then demonstrating how your membership site is a solution is the basic way of positioning your product as something that somebody needs to join. You also obviously want to then get into the nuts and bolts, so the features and the benefits. So what does your membership site consist of and why is that a good thing? Why should anybody care about it? So because we're mainly dealing with digital products, so there's usually nothing physical about it, then it can be hard to represent this sort of information. So you can use graphical tools to create mock-ups of PC screens or monitor screens or mobile devices, showing the different sections of your membership site. Maybe use a tour video, so a behind-the-scenes walkthrough showing the different features. So highlight what your membership site actually consists of, show the different sections, identify the different features, and make a case for why these are beneficial to your end user, tying it back to the problem solutions that we've already highlighted earlier on the sales page. You're then going to want to work in some social proof. So this will largely consist of testimonials, genuine testimonials from clients or past members, maybe even case studies or quotes. Anything which serves as proof that you're legit, that you've helped people before, that you know what you're talking about. And that just changes the tone and changes the nature of your sales page, because it's no longer just your voice making all these grand claims. This is then being backed up by other people. So incorporating social proof can be a major up-leveler when it comes to ensuring that your sales page is highly effective. When it comes to the actual pricing, so when we come down to the nitty-gritty, giving a call to action, giving people the details of how they can join, it's important to be transparent with your pricing. People aren't stupid, and treating them like they are is a surefire way to make sure that any members you do attract will leave just as quickly as they join. Be totally transparent in your pricing. Don't hide the fact that if they're joining on a monthly recurring fee, that they're going to be charged month on month. Don't hide the fact that it's a recurring charge. If you're charging annually, again, if you're going to rebuild them in a year's time, identify the fact that it is recurring. If you have different levels of membership, so perhaps you have a bronze, silver, gold, different tiers of membership, and your lower level obviously gets fewer features than your higher level, again, be clear, be upfront, be transparent about what you're actually getting. Authenticity and transparency are very important because, the sleazier elements of online marketing and online sales can kind of get away with being a little bit shady when it comes to stuff like this if all they're selling is a product where the end result is somebody buys and then once someone's bought, that's it. With a membership site, somebody making that initial purchase, that's just the beginning. And it won't take long for someone to figure out if you haven't been fully upfront and fully honest with them. So, if you're charging monthly, if it's a recurring monthly membership, then there's no point in trying to pull the wool over anybody's eyes because they'll figure out that that's what's happened pretty early on and they'll cancel before the end of their first month. So make sure that throughout all of this, you're being fully transparent and fully authentic. And it's just a lot easier to be upfront and clear on what you're doing than it is to try and in some way manipulate or deceive potential members. That's not a good start to what you hope is going to be a long-lasting commercial relationship. You also want to look at ways in which you can incorporate risk reversal. So this is something that a well-known marketer by the name of Jay Abraham really is brought to the forefront over the past several years. And this is predicated on the fact that whenever someone is making a purchase, so if someone's considering joining your membership site, they take on board a bit of risk. There's a risk that they'll pop in their credit card details and then they'll get a big error screen and they'll think nothing of it. And in a couple of weeks' time, they'll see that their credit card has been charged for $1,000. They don't know that that's not going to happen. So it's a risk. There's a risk that all these big promises that you made on your sales page are actually going to come to nothing when they join because the material you're delivering just doesn't match up to the promises you made. Again, they have no way of knowing whether that's going to happen or not. So they're taking on board the risk. They're putting their trust in you that you're not going to rip them off, that you're going to deliver what you say you're going to deliver. So for a potential member, they're taking on board all the risk. There's no risk to you. So a good marketing strategy is to incorporate risk reversal. So put stuff into place to minimize that risk for the customer. This can include things like offering a free trial. So you enable people to join your website for either totally free or for a reduced amount for a set period where they get to take your site for a test run. And then as long as they don't cancel, if they're happy to stick around, then their payments will kick in after a certain period of time. So a trial period is one very good method of risk reversal. Another is having a money back guarantee. So you'll often see 30-day money back guarantees where if someone's not happy with their purchase, then all they need to do is contact you and they'll get a refund. Sometimes these are conditional and sometimes they're unconditional, but they are methods of risk reversal. And at the very least, having a open, honest, and fair refund policy. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a no questions asked money back guarantee, but as long as you have some sort of refund policy that is fair to yourself and to the customer, this can act as risk reversal too. And there's other things you can do. So social proof is a form of risk reversal because, you're kind of taking some of the risk out by showing quotes from people who, your potential member can go away, research these people, look up their website, contact them if they need to. So social proof is a form of risk reversal. Showing people a video behind the scenes of your membership site, that can be an element of risk reversal too, because at least then they get to see that there is something behind the curtain. So anything you can do to make joining easier to remove the friction and remove the risk for your potential members will go a long way to making your sales page more effective and getting you more sales. And finally, to top it off, what you want to do is add in a frequently asked questions section. So there's going to be questions your potential members going to have, and we want to try to anticipate those in our sales page. So again, when we say people take on the risk when they're joining your site, as part of that, they'll have all sorts of questions in their head. Why should they join your site? Is this right for them? Will they receive anything physical in the mail? What happens if they're not happy? If they're at a certain level, so if they're a beginner, is the material going to be the right level for them? People will have all sorts of different questions. So if you can incorporate a frequently asked questions section where you anticipate any objections, any issues, any queries people may have and provide an answer in advance, again, that can go a long way to making your sales page far more effective. So it's certainly worth taking a look at your sales page and seeing whether you have all of these elements in place and whether there's anything that you can add or tweak to make your sales page more effective. All right, hopefully you found this episode useful. Hopefully it's given you some ideas for changes and enhancements that you can make to your own membership sales page. I'd love to hear what your top takeaway is. Hit me up on social at Membership Guys on Twitter or inside our free Facebook group, Membership Mastermind. If you search for that on Facebook, it'll take you to our group, which has over 10,000 membership site owners, or you can just type in talkmemberships.com into your browser. That'll redirect you to our group. And of course, if you are a member of membersiteacademy.com, then this is something we'll be discussing inside the member community too. That's it from me for this week. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. Hopefully it's been useful. I'll be back again next week with another dose of proven practical tips and advice for growing your membership. If you've enjoyed today's episode of the Membership Guys podcast, we invite you to check out the membersiteacademy.com. The Membersite Academy is the essential resource for anyone at any stage of starting, growing, and running a membership website. So whether you're still figuring out what your idea is going to be, or whether your website is already up and running and you're just looking for ways to grow it and attract new members, then the Membersite Academy can help you to get to the next level. With our extensive course library, monthly training, exclusive member-only discounts, perks and tools, and a supportive, active community to help you along the way with feedback, encouragement and advice, the Membersite Academy is the perfect place to be for anyone looking to start, manage and grow a successful membership website. So check it out at membersiteacademy.com.